since one of my PDGs are dear to the foundation, that we have committed as part of the club for a minimum contribution of US 75,000 this year. But we have our own Bill Gates who matches to our strengths here. He is not only surpassed, he has contributed a sum of $25,000, raising the bar to $100,000 this year. So it is none other than PDG Kamdar. Not only is he contributed to the foundation, he has also contributed at the district installation of the governor a sum of 1 lakh towards the project Blossom. I think Rotarian Venimalai is here. And he laid out a challenge that it has to be matched by another Rotarian in that forum. But we would like to say from Rotary Club of Madras that we will take up the challenge and might surpass it during the year with a commitment of additional 1 lakh for that. 2 lakhs to Project Blossom. Well, I do not want to give tall order or figures to other project chairmen or district officials. We will definitely do our level best at our club for every single project as we do year after year. Now moving on, after a year of preparation and planning as President-elect, I have embarked upon a special project along with my members, which I would like to share with you. Even though we do many projects in our Rotary Club of Madras, this is one thing special which we've been working on for the last 1 year. Now this is the Boys Town project, which was started way back in 1986 as a particular scope to provide vocational opportunities for boys from 11 to 16. Little did anyone realize that the subsequent presidents and the Rotarians will take it to this stature what it is currently now. The Rotary Club of Boys Town is spread into 2 wings. One is the rural wing in Satyavedu near Gumdipundi and the urban wing in Selayur. Many of you might wonder why now and why this particular project alone. Many of the alumni of this particular project, it has touched nearly 400 students, but a few of the alumni stories which I'd like to share is a person called Elumalai, whose father is a contract farm labor and his mother is a coolie on a daily wage. Elumalai is a school dropout after 3 years in a local school. Had just finished his meal, a bowl of rice and raw onions. The next meal for him and his 2 younger sisters will be made available only after 24 hours. This day, after passing out of Boys Town and the vocational training provided by the team, in 2007, Elumalai is happily married to Sita and is an elected deputy leader of the local community administration. He owns a small piece of agricultural land and runs a small farm of milk-yielding cows enough to support his family. Another success story, Prakash's father had deserted his mother and a younger sister. A truck picked him every morning at 6 a.m. and took him to work in a paper factory and brought him back at 7 p.m. Prakash has now finished his commerce degree and MBA, is a manpower development officer in a country's leading bank, drawing 35,000 rupees. The success list goes on. We have many, and we have one more as well, who is Gopi, who is passed out of vocational training. Now he owns 3 photo studios right outside the vocational training institute. I don't want to go more about it, but we have a clipping which is not necessarily made a professional setup, but it is handmade by our very own Community Service Director, Christopher Devaprakasa. So I would request your attention to the audiovisual. Thank you. Well, big special round of applause to Rotarian Christopher Deva Prakasam, who has put this thing. Well, nevertheless, the person whom you see, the student who comes with the family later on, is Gopi, who passed out of the Vocational Training Institute and who now owns 3 photo studios outside our institute. Now, to move on, where does it take the success story from here is what we had planned last year, and now we have the success of not only this project, the success of the alumni, the response from the alumni who want to contribute for this project, and the members who have witnessed and the untiring efforts of every single chairman and president who contributed for this project has motivated us to embark on this new journey, which I would like to present a slide. What we're looking at is to set up in this particular place the Boys Town Center, which will expand to accommodate 120 boys and 140 boys for Vocational Training Institute, a Vocational Training Center and Community College for 1,000 boys and girls, which will cater to the needs of the rural community, the Senior Citizen Home to house 50 inmates, a Primary Health Center to benefit 5,000 rural families, a Rural Sports Center which will benefit again the youth, the organic farming and a nursery, along with a primary high school. Now this is a site map which you see, which has already been shown to you. This is the detailed plan. You might see a banner outside as well showcasing the project, which is being carefully thought about. I should thank Rotarian Paul Jacob for taking up the architects and providing it for the club. Thank you, Paul. They deserve a bigger round of applause. Thank you. Because this is not done yesterday or day before yesterday. It has been done for the past 1 year with feedback and input from every club member, every board member. Well, apart from this, what we have is the cost of the project which we are seeing is phase 1. This particular project is not going to be done in 1 year, but it's going to be done in a span of 3 to 5 years is what we hope. We have the concurrence of the incoming president as well. And you can see the amounts here. It is 2.5 crores which will be spent in the phase 1, which will have the primary health center in the Boys Town, an organic farm. Phase 2 will have the Vocational Training Institute, community college and sports track field. And phase 3 will be Rotary Model School and Senior Citizen Home. Well, having said the amount and figures, now you might know in the district why we do not want to commit earlier. Having had needs in our club, now this is one such project of great magnitude. It has attracted many members. When we presented at the final AGM where this was accepted as a final proposal, we had a donor who prefers to be anonymous, contributed a sum of rupees 10 lakhs on the next day morning. I'd like to thank him for him. And we all said from the committee, once we have a floor commitment, then the rest of the committee members will definitely step in. Many of the committee members do not want to be mentioned, but it still forces me to mention a few for taking that opportunity to thank them as well. We have topping the chart, the second Rotarian who committed on the whole project is Rotarian Vinod Kumar from Godrej, who is contributing for the entire furniture requirement of the whole project. Give him a big round of applause. Well, nonetheless, the immediate committee has 6 Rotarians committing nearly a sum of rupees 10 lakhs. A special mention to Rotarian Aziz, who is contributing for a special vocational training block. I hope he's around. Can he be recognized? Yes. And it was a sum of about 10 to 15 lakhs. We have many more, but they do not want to be mentioned, so I'm forced not to say anything more. Well, we have a special announcement. Mrs. Nitya Balaji has graciously announced a donation of rupees 1 lakh in memory of her husband, late Rotarian PDG M. Balaji. Thank you, ma'am. Can you be recognized? Thank you, thank you.
President George, may I just interrupt you?
Yeah.
Mrs. Nitya Balaji has announced this donation every year on 30th of March, which happens to be the birthday of late Rotarian PDG M. Balaji. It will be 1 lakh every year.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. On behalf of our club as well. Well, I shouldn't tell you more, Rotarians. This is the proof of the pudding. There are people willing to contribute for our club and the projects. Thank you one and all for who have contributed and committed. Well, when we complete all the projects which we have planned, we will have no doubt that the future of Rotary is not only safe in our hands, but will shine brighter in the years to come.